Is my hair okay? Oh shit, I'm live. Hey guys. So it's a new week, and I didn't post this weekend because I didn't really do any work. Like I said, it was my birthday weekend, so I decided to just chillax for like a few days. But yesterday I started coding again and working on my product, and then today I just got it working. So it's like a fully, I mean, it's not finished, but it's a working prototype. So the stage I'm at, or at least when I left you last week, I was finishing the Chrome extension, right? And the stage I'm at now is that I have the server and the extension, and they talk together. So I'm going to give you a demo of that today, show you a bit what I've done over these last few days, and then discuss my plans because I got to launch this thing soon. How soon? Yeah, I guess Monday, man. So within a week, I'll launch this thing. So yeah, let me show you what I've done. So I've got two servers running. My extension. No, this is the server, sorry, and my extension. And the server, let's give that a refresh. Okay, so the server, I've built a like a REST API. So it's using the Django REST framework. And this allows you, it's pretty cool, man. Like you get this, let me just show you. So if you go to the API root, so I've just added it as this API URL on my site. And then I think when you're logged in, you can, like as an admin, at least I'll make it like that. You have this fully browsable API. So I've got two entities here, just my content and my tags. And I can click on the content, and it shows me all the content for my user. Super cool. And then I can like create them here too. So, and then it's got paging too. You can do filtering. So I definitely use this a lot when, oh yeah, I got to build that, all the user stuff. So being able to filter on the tags, things like that. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I built this REST API, and then I built that because I needed something to, well, I wanted a nice way to use a nice API to use from the extension. And so I'll show you the extension. This is also that server, the same server, but I'll demo my little extension here. So it's just as I left it before. So you got like the classic stuff that I've been building. So you can select your element. So just do it again, and then take a screenshot, and then you get like this nice little pop-up. So you can download it, close it, and save it. Obviously, and you get the image, and the image is scrollable if it's like too big and stuff. And then you can also you got like these tags, so you can add a couple tags. Quite nice. The styling's a bit off because this component comes with its own styling, so I'm gonna have to try to override that. And then you can see my beautiful test things, and the coloring's a bit off too, but that's all cool. So that's just the title. So in this case, I'd be like, I don't know, cool image preview. And then I'm going to tag it as like, yeah, blog and test. And then you save that, and then it fails. Shit. What happened there? Oh man, live demos. What the hell went wrong? Server responded with a failure. Let's try that again. Save. Incorrect type. Oh, okay. I didn't use tags before. I have to fix that. But if I save it now, it works. And then obviously, I literally just got this working, so it's a mess still. So the UI needs a lot of fixing up. But where is it? Yeah, if I go to my server, and then, oh my god. Actually, I'll just use my API. So the content API has now been updated. Oh yeah, okay, with my cool image preview. And then I can open that image, and bam, it's my snapshot. And so it's in the database, man. So getting that working, man, was kind of a pain because I had to build this tags thing. And then there was like all this cross origin stuff I had to fix and Django has some security features I had to deal with. But yeah, it's freaking working, man. So I'm happy. So it's kind of working. So I'm going to spend maybe tomorrow and clean up all the UX and stuff. Add like the user pages, and then yeah, it's kind of ready to go. And then I got to deploy it and fix up some stuff, but should be good. And I think all the image stuff's already connected to S3, so it should be hopefully straightforward to deploy, but we'll see how that goes. So before I leave you guys, let's have a look at how I did this thing. Maybe we'll start with that REST API I was talking about. So this is the server, and then I built the Django REST API. So if there's a pip file, Django REST framework, it's pretty standard for Django stuff. And then you get these like nice model view sets, which create a full get, put, post, and stuff API. And then you can kind of configure it as you need to. You can also go into like more detail, so create your own endpoints. But just for testing, this is good enough. So yeah, pretty sweet. And so that creates me this whole like browsable API, like I was saying. Let's go to next page too, and yeah, so super happy with it, and pretty easy to set up. And I guess I didn't do much other than that on the server side. So it's pretty easy. So yeah, as you can see, it just takes, I don't know, 15 lines of code, not even. And you've got that full API ready to go. So super cool. As for the extension, I had to do a lot of work getting so let's say we do this, capture this bit, and you take the screenshot, and then you get this like UI. So there's like a tags, there's tags component. And so I'm using a nice little package called React Select. This bad boy here. And like I was saying, great thing with Preact. So I'm not actually using React, I'm using Preact. And it works, man. It's the first React library I've tried to use, and it's just seamless. So like completely works with React and everything. So really cool. And then you get this like all this cool stuff built in. The only problem I'm having is the styling is kind of built in code almost. It's like CSS and JS. So I'm having trouble merging that with Tailwinds, but I'll fix that today. Otherwise, it's like super easy to use. And then, so it's kind of like you just use it like this. You get the select tag. I'm trying to do some styling stuff here. And then you just give it some options. And then it has its own state and does all its stuff for you. And then when you go to post the thing, you can pull it out with, it's just like a part of the form. So it's like, yeah, really easy to use. So I'm pretty happy with it. Otherwise, what else did I have to do? Oh yeah, big problem was connecting the extension to work with the damn server, man. Because the issue I have is I need access to the cookies of my server. So in the Chrome extension, you can get access to cookies with the little cookies script, and then I guess you can like access the cookies from certain URLs. But you can't do that from the content script. So the content script's, like I said, injected into the web page, and then you have a background script which is part of the Chrome extension. And I don't know how to describe it, but there's a little background page here. And so this doesn't have context of the local page, but it also has access to the APIs. For example, the cookie API and that kind of thing. So what I've had to do is send. So when I click save here, it's capture the form info and then send it to the background script. And then the background script has to check out, pull out the cookies, and then it can do that API call and then return the results back to the UI. So if I do some tags, yeah, if I go save, it's going to say error, I hope. Maybe not. If I do 2 tags, it's going to say error. There we go. So it did a call to the backend script and then got the cookie and all that stuff and then sent the response back to the front end. So still got work on the UX to do for that. But the that was kind of a pain to do. So I've got my stuff here. So it's not too hard to get the cookies. You just got to make sure you know what your URL is. And the reason I had to do that was this CSRF token, which is something that Django uses for cross-site forgery. And so it's an important thing. So that's a cookie on my local machine, but bound to the URL of my server. So in this case, localhost 8000. And so I'm doing a cookie for that URL. And then with that cookie, I could send it as part of as a header on that request. And so then Django can get that. So I still have to work out like how relogging in works, and if once that token expires, how am I going to repopulate that cookie without having to go to the website itself. So we'll see about that, but that's cool. And then as for the form data, because you're sending form data from, you're sending form data from the content script to the background script. Chrome doesn't actually support that. So you can't, this form data object doesn't allow you to, isn't JSON possible. I think that's the problem. So it's kind of annoying because you got to, what do you got to do? You got to create the form data and then kind of serialize it into JSON, info. And then in the background script, you have to recreate that form data just so like the request and stuff works normally. So I have to do a bit of voodoo with that. And then also because the image I have is like I think it's base64, but it's kind of like an image as a string. So it's like this guy. So it's like it's just this huge like string. And so if you're sending that to the server, Django doesn't actually understand that. So I had to do a bit of data manipulation to convert that back to a file. So Django thinks it's an actual file. So yeah, lots of little things I had to figure out to get this form just sending. It's just a simple form. But it's done, man. So I'm happy. And yeah, so I guess the next steps, clean up all this UX, maybe do that login thing too, fix up the styling on all this kind of thing, all this kind of stuff, handle errors better, and all that jazz. And then, I guess try and deploy it maybe, and create the user pages. So at the moment, this is actually the home page of my little app, but I got to make a user page. So when you go to collections, it will display like all the stuff just for you. So all of your tags or folders and stuff will be here. So yeah, I guess that it shouldn't be too hard to do. It's just like rebuilding this page, I guess, but for your user. And then it's working, man. So I'll spend the rest of this week fixing that up and then adding a ton of data to it and then launching it, man. Got to create a video too, I guess. Clean up the homepage, but yeah, so it's getting there, man. Almost ready. Yeah, I guess that's it. Don't really have much else to tell you guys. Have an update for you within the next few days. And I'll see you guys then. Take care.